And there we go. So today is Monday, April 12th. Welcome, everybody. This is our EM Executive Manager Law of Attraction call. So today I actually have an agenda, but we can always, I'm always open to questions first before any type of agenda. We did on the huddle on Saturday, we dug into Law of Attraction basics, how to apply Law of Attraction to your wine business. Well, this was our intention. We ended up doing Law of Attraction basics for about an hour. And we did a little bit how to apply it to your wine business. What else we can talk about today if people want to dig in is what is everyone doing day to day in their wine business, and approaching this question from your inner being, not your inner critic. And we can talk about what that means, and also referrals and how to ask for them. I think referrals are such a high vibration, amazing thing, because it's basically what do you love and telling people about it, right? And for Melissa and Kimmy Z, who just got on, welcome. And we started with two 1-minute exercises we're going to do every time. We're going to do 1 minute of box breath and setting an intention. And we're going to do 1 minute of writing with the word ease. And my intention in starting every Monday Zoom call with that is that those are two invaluable tools for you in your life and your wine business. Okay. So when you feel out of alignment, which simply means not happy, that's the quick answer, quick description. It's important that you stop what you're doing and you get back into alignment before proceeding. Now, of course, if you're in the middle of something and you can't stop, you're at something at work or you're driving or whatever, you need to be safe and you need to be responsible. But at the first moment you can, take a moment and recenter and rewire. Okay. And those are two exercises which are extremely valuable and useful. They work. I use them daily. Okay. I only tell you guys stuff that I have used and use and that work. Okay. Because I try stuff out all the time. All right. So hi, welcome. What do we want to talk about? Silence.
Taylor, can you, I missed the first part about the breath. Could you just fill me in on that, please?
Sure. So box breath is really fun and really easy. And there's a visual way to remember it. So think of a box like this, a square box. So you inhale for 4, and this is this side of the box. 4, 3, 2, 1, then you hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, then you exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, then you hold the exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. So Melissa, it's inhale for 4, hold inhale for 4, exhale for 4, hold exhale for 4. So it's a box. And I personally do that breath several times daily. I do it at the beginning of my meditation. I start my meditation with that every time. And then in my meditation, I go into going through my body and embodying the feelings that I am choosing to feel through the things I'm trying to manifest. So let's say first of all, does that answer your question about breath?
Yes, beautifully. Thank you.
Okay. If you forget, just always ask. It's a really helpful, easy tool. So anyway, I won't jump into the other thing. Let me just answer questions and we can do whatever you guys want. I'm all yours till 12:30.
Anyone having any great success with marketing from a Mother's Day perspective?
Great question. Who's marketing for Mother's Day yet? I don't think anyone is yet.
I was just going to start.
Yes.
Yeah, I did some posts so far, some good. I wanted to really market the Scout Circle bi-monthly. I saw that somewhere. I thought that was a great idea. Um, so definitely put some posts up. Um, so I'm excited about that.
I saw your posts about those. Those were great posts. I commented, I think.
Yes, did.
Those were awesome. And I think it's great because we're giving such a service to everyone to remind them that Mother's Day is coming. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, everyone has a mother, you know? I mean, my mom passed away and so did Kimmy Z's, but we still have mothers and we honor them and love
We
them.
know mothers. We know lots of mothers. Yeah.
We know lots of mothers. We sure do. So that's a great question. Yeah. What else are people do? So, what came up for people and your intention for this half hour? What would you like to draw from this and walk away with?
I'm always here organically. Whatever happens in the moment is meant to happen in the moment. I come in for the vibes, for the love, for the curiosity of law of attraction, because no matter what, when we begin to talk about it, we take something away from the space. So whenever it's in the flow of my day, I'm always open to hopping on and having conversation about it. For me, my drives here into daycare or here to the store or to a soccer field, this is the type of vibe that I choose. I almost always will throw on a YouTube from Abraham Hicks, Law of Attraction, or an audiobook, because I find personally that when I'm saturated in it, that just is who I am, because that is constantly in my ear, in my head, in my spirit. And I truly live that. Because I'm always having an opportunity for it to be around me. So popping on here for me is the same exact thing. I just want to be in the space of high vibe people who are living life by intention or learning to live life by intention.
I love it. Perfect. Awesome. So when we talked in the huddle about there's nothing to figure out, there's nothing to solve.
Mm.
And Kimmy Z said, she wasn't struggling with it. She was curious about it because I was holding up cards. There's a whole, I taped the whole thing. So if you guys want to listen to it, it's there. So when I was holding up cards, the people who were there would say, oh yeah, that gives me relief when I see that card. But when I held up this card, there's nothing to fix. This is going to refer to what Melissa just said. There's nothing to change. Okay. There's nothing to figure out. And so that's what Melissa is speaking directly to right now. So she's talking about organic experience and just this, decide how you want to feel.
Mm.
Okay, so we can live life one of two ways. We can live life as if nothing is a miracle or everything is a miracle, right? I've lived both ways. I recommend B, everything is a miracle. And you can live life deciding how you want to feel or letting everything around you decide for you. Okay. I recommend A, decide how you want to feel.
Mm.
And then it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You choose that and you hold that. Okay. So one of my intentions with coming to these Zooms every single day, including on Christmas, is to hold space for you guys. So whether you're here or not, that works for you in your life, whether you know it or not. So I'm a Reiki master, and so I'm remotely doing that, okay? So when I worked as a clinical psychologist, I would hold space for my patients. That's what I'm doing here, and that's what you do when you decide how you want to feel. Okay, so I'm walking my talk so you can say, oh, either that looks cool, let me try it, or that doesn't resonate with me, I'll pass. Either one is the best ever because you're listening to you. Okay, so I'm not the teacher. You're the teacher. Your inner being is the teacher. You have all the answers. I'm just reminding you. So when you decide how you want to feel and you realize there's nothing to figure out, you can truly abide in this moment right now, not thinking about 15 minutes from now, not thinking about 10 minutes ago or a year ago or 10 years ago. So when you're in the past, most often, when you're depressed, most often you're in the past. Actually, you're always in the past. You're not in the now. When you're anxious, you're always in the future. Okay? If you're right here, right now with me, as Melissa said, just feeling this vibe, everything's fine. There's nothing you have to figure out, nothing. And all you need to do is follow what feels good. Follow excitement. And then it will unfold. Your inner being will say to you, call this person, write this person a text, take a nap, go for a walk, go play tennis, Karen Roby, whatever it is. And guess what? Your agenda, your day timer of that day, of this day, may look totally different than what comes in. And that takes courage to follow that. Throw that away again, unless it's a responsibility. You need to feed your kids and show up to work and all that. I'm not telling you not to do that. But when you do this consistently, starting now, your life will explode in good ways. Explode in good ways. I want to be clear, right? Melissa, the pink pineapple. Got to be very, very clear with the universe. The universe is hilarious, the way that things show up. So this is what I do, you guys. I choose ease. So why wouldn't I say I choose executive director? Because that you guys are going for EM, executive. Melissa's going for AM this month, associate manager. Kimmy Z just hit that. Awesome. So why wouldn't I say I'm going for ED or I'm going for boom, 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 boom? Because I've already asked for that. We've already asked for what we want. Like, I'm sure more than once, probably hundreds, thousands of times. So stop that, because when you're in asking mode, you guys, so most people, they're out there doing their vision boards and they're talking about law of attraction and they're asking. This is the problem with that. They're not going to manifest the big stuff. Do you know why? Why, Melissa?
When you're actually asking, the universe is going to read your emotions. So when you're asking, you're really talking about is the deprivation of it, the lack thereof it. So that's the feeling that you have. So best case scenario, the most fun scenario, the easiest scenario is just to have some resounding emotion and feeling with how you want to feel. If that is successful, if that is abundant, if that is, no stress, just attach yourself to that emotion. Literally, if you just get in the space of what that feels to you, whether it's closing your eyes and envisioning it, meditating it, writing a story about it, if you can get into the element of the feeling, the universe is there to connect the dots. That's not our work. Our work is not to write down the list and figure it out and A plus B equals C. Our work is to get out of the way, but have fun, like just be in the fun part of it. And then those pieces come in authentically.
Spot on. So your inner critic might be saying right now, what the hell is this crap? And it doesn't make any sense. And that's okay. I don't take offense, nor does Melissa. What that is decades of programming that says you have to earn and you have to struggle. I have a resume like as long as my arm. So I clearly bought into that. I bought into years and years and years and of studying and degrees and Ivy Leagues, etc. I'm not saying that was wrong. I was actually following my highest excitement. I have since I was 5. I've been doing this for 50 years and it works. So if you're thinking, why should I listen to this person? Well, I do it, I've done it, and it works against all odds. Okay, against everything, oh, silver spoon, no, none of that stuff. So this works. And when you hit resistance, which says, what is she even talking about? And this makes no sense. And I have to earn and blah, 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 blah. That's okay. Just ask yourself a question. Say, what must I believe is true to feel blank? And usually it's a feeling of unworthiness. So you feel unworthy. I have to earn this. I'm not there yet. I'm not good enough yet. I'm not like her. I'm not whatever. And it's true, you're not like me, because none of us are the same. We're all different, and it's perfect. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should for each of us. And that's why I don't believe in the past, any type of regret, remorse, or mistakes. Zero, just learning and growth. So literally following your highest excitement. And again, how does this apply to our wine business? Well, it's really simple. I, best team ever, Melissa Scott, we give you tools that you can choose to use or not. There's so many. You can choose them like you choose a book at the library. So I want that one. I want that one. That looks interesting. That looks interesting. So not, oh my God, I suck because I can't read every single book in this library. I don't know about you, but I've never read every book in a library, and I don't ever intend to. My husband probably has. He reads all the time. So you just follow what looks fun, and you go, oh, does that sound fun? Oh, okay, yeah. No, that doesn't sound fun now. Okay. Or, oh, that sounds a little scary. Let me ask Taylor about it. And things sometimes feel scary for sure because they're new. It could be like the littlest thing and you're so embarrassed, like, oh my God, this feels scary. And then someone else seems to be doing it with such ease. And you're like, how does she do it? You know how she does it? Because she just tried and she did it and she sucked at it at first and then she got better. That's all it is. Anything. So how do we apply it to our wine business, and what are people doing? What are people doing? So Mother's Day, what can we do for Mother's Day? What works for people and what doesn't? And there's no harm in what doesn't work. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I had a guy respond to me. I reached out to him about, he's a trainer and it would be perfect for him to be in this business. So I asked him, and he's struggling for money and he's made it really evident on Facebook. Someone told me, I don't read much on Facebook. So anyway, I reached out to him and he said, really nicely, thank you so much. I don't drink alcohol and I don't advocate it. But I really wish you well. And I think you're great, and all the nice things you say, whatever. He said something very nice. So I have a whole thing. I'll send it to you guys if you want. It's in my notes under sober peeps, because I have people who are sober, who write things like that. And I write, how I feel about that. I really honor it and et cetera. And at the end, I say, and I know some people who do enjoy wine. Right? Because between us, most people enjoy wine, right? And I would be so appreciative if you could refer them to me so I could tell them what's in their wine and not in my wine. That's all. So that's a referral. Remember we were going to talk about referrals? How do people feel about referrals? What do you guys feel about them? What do you feel like asking for them?
I feel comfortable asking for referrals.
You do? That's awesome.
No, so I surprised you.
Well, a little bit.
I actually was thinking about it. I have a lot of referral. I have a few people who have really helped me build my business with referrals.
Now, did you send them a thank you note?
Yes. Yeah. I've sent them. In fact, one of the women I sent a 4-box of wine.
Amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And if you hadn't, that's okay. You could just do it today. Like,
Right.
I-
No, I plan on doing it again because she's gotten me a few clubs. She has not gotten, she's referred me to a few club that have become club members. So,
perfect.
and I think I was thinking about that today. I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who has bought wine in the past, but is not a huge customer. And I just jumped off the phone. I said, I should have asked her for a referral. And I'm going to reach out to her as soon as I get off the phone. That I would feel comfortable doing.
Tell me how you say it. Tell us how you say it. So I'm on the phone with you. So yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then what do you say to me?
Taylor, do you have any friends who would be interested in my wine?
Great way to say it. Let me think about that. Yeah. Perfect. What am I going to do? Am I going to, okay, no, let's say I just say this. Yeah, I think I do. Now, what you need to give her a call to action.
Would you be willing to either give me their names and numbers or send a group text to me and them, and so I could talk to them about my wine?
Oh, sure, of course.
Thank you.
So you could say that. That's perfect. You can also say, what else could she say, guys? I have a couple ideas.
I like I like the idea, and we can talk about this at a later date, but QR codes are like a real easy thing. So the QR codes will link you. If you ever seen them, you scan them, and it takes you to a website. It takes you to an email. Literally, you can set it up to attach to anything. So for me, I'm thinking about, it depends on who I'm talking to, but hey, look, I'm going to send you a copy of this QR code to via text. If you want to just save it on your phone, you can show it to them, they can scan it, or you can send it to them via email or connect us via email and I'll go right at it and we can have conversation. So for me, I think it depends on what type of customer that I'm talking to. But Kimmy Z, I thought it sounded amazing, and you're asking them required a response and a call to action. So I think that would be the next question, was how do you then call them to action? What is the best way to move them to the next steps of connecting the next or the referral?
Melissa, why do you prefer a QR code over a link to your website?
So you can do that also. So QR code for me is more in the setting of like if you drop it in a place of popularity. So I'll just give a, for instance, I work in a NICU, and in our lounge, there's a lot of materials that are on the boards, and someone does not have the ability then to like jot down a long web link, but a QR code will automatically take them to that, and then they can save it. So super easy and no note taking for them, or they don't have to pull down a piece of paper. So it just depends on the setting that you're in.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to allow it to happen. My future daughter-in-law has gotten me a few customers, and someone in her company who has bought wine from me also bought some as a gift to someone else who was rewarded for hard work. And this woman was texting Catherine saying, oh my gosh, I love the wine. How do I get it? And I said to Catherine, because my whole family was together this weekend, let's get me in touch with Joy. I want to talk to her. And I said it more than once and it didn't happen. And then I said, I need to allow this to happen, because Catherine always follows through and she does it quite nicely. So I don't need to keep saying to her, I need to make a sale, or when can I talk to Joy? So at some point you have to allow it to happen.
Also, it should go under her fiance, who on his, yeah. So maybe also you can say it like that. Explain, oh my God, this is great for building his business. You know, little extra money for the honeymoon. You know, something like that. Because I think that what happens is there's a little like fear around like the whole thing, but when it's like, oh, this is it's a person, Joy, who likes wine, and then there's the order under her fiance. Does that make sense? Under Alex. All right, guys, this is awesome. I think we're ending. Let me check the time. I'm so good at time. It's 12:29, and So I'm gonna jump on the reach outs now till 1:30, and we're looking for tasters on Wednesday if anyone would like to taste, and also to invite to the tasting. You know, whether it's us, I'm not gonna say just us, and or others, it's always so much fun. I really, really enjoy hanging out with you guys. And again, the consistency and the intention is important. So I will see you guys for sure then, if you're there, or later. And let me know if you have questions and comments and things that you want to. We'll continue this at the huddle, and we'll just kind of loop around, okay?
And for anyone that is just on here right now, the holding space thing that Taylor has is just so spot on. So the 12:30, the 1:30 are the ones that Kimmy, Z, and I are usually available for. And you know, maybe during that time you're not there and fully focused on the reach out, but you're there and you're getting the energy and the vibe. And I just highly recommend jumping in. I know I had to learn the first day that it was a time of quiet because you're focusing for the reach outs, but the very next time I was rolling with it. It's just an amazing space to be in. And she always holds that space, and I have so much appreciation for that consistency. So consider it for your weekdays.
Thank you, Melissa. All right, guys. I'm just gonna stop the recording, but I'm gonna stay on. Boom.